Is it possible to build a fully functional employee engagement system in less than 10 minutes? Sounds a bit like utopia, right? Is it really possible? Well, let's figure out together today. I don't know, but I'm going to use ChatGPT and Replit to see if we can make this happen. So what we're first going to do is open up ChatGPT here. And I'm going to use the desktop version because I want to speak to it. So let's do that. Hey, ChatGPT, I'm building an employee engagement tool, and I want you to act as an organizational psychologist and create 15 questions for me that I can ask on a regular cadence to basically check in with the organization, to have a pulse check, to have a sense of where the organization is heading and also the current status of the organization, basically. I want you to use questions that are grounded in science and that is reliable and valid from an organizational psychologist standpoint. And I want these 15 questions to be really great, easy to understand, easy to answer, and you can also suggest what scale to use, but I prefer a numeric scale as well. For example, 0 to 5 or similar to that. Have you understood your task? And you're translating that into text. So here we have it. Here's 15 questions. I'm going to use ChatGPT again to create a prompt that I will then feed to Replit in order to build the employee engagement system. I want you to create a prompt given these 15 questions, and I want you to create a prompt that creates an employee engagement system in the tool Replit. So make it a prompt that is easy for Replit to understand. And I want this employee engagement tool to be easy, to have a great UX and easy to understand UX as well. I want it to be intuitive and easy for an employee to answer these questions. I also want the questions to be rotating, meaning that I don't want the user to answer 15 questions every week. I want them to answer 5 questions every week. So have you understood the task? And now for some reason it translated it to Swedish. I don't know why, but I think it will understand. And here we go. Here's the prompt for Replit. I'll take this. And then we include it into Replit. Here's the questions. And I'll go back to ChatGPT and import the questions as well. And we'll start building and see what the Replit says. So what Replit will do now, to take the information I submitted and translate it into, okay, what does this mean? And then create a working order, just as it would with a real coder. So as you see, it says now, absolutely, let me propose what we'll build for you. And here I can choose then what we want to build. And I always like to do the initial prototype at first. I want to start with that. I approve the plan here and I start the plan. And now it's starting to code. And here we go. Here's the first MVP. Here's the first minimum viable product. And as you see, it's fairly okay, I would say. It also asked me to confirm this. Can you see the employee engagement survey with the rating from 0 to 5? Or are you able to select ratings and see the progress bar update? Let's see if it does that. Yes, it has a progress bar update. Here we go. And then I say, I can see the bar. And here we go. Here's the said now it considered this done. I want an admin interface, of course, because I also want to be able to see this as well. Not only do I want to have the ability to answer the questions, I want to see the answers, obviously, as well. And this will include then response trends and data visualization as well. Now it's once again going back into that mode where it's thinking, okay, how do I do this? It creates a bit of a plan, and then here's what I'm going to do. This is what I'm going to do. And then it starts building. As you can see here, it says, can you try the admin login? Of course, we can try that as well. Admin login. the very secret password, admin 123. And here we have the dashboard as well. As you can see, there's no data here because I haven't answered anything. But once again, it's working. It's quite rudimentary still, but it's still working. And I could make this more shiny and the UX could be better. But still, as an MVP, I think it's great. Let's go back to this site and try one more thing. What I'm asking you to do here is to basically set up a Slack integration. So I have Slack integrated into the employee engagement tool. Now I'm not following the standard protocol because what I would do here as well is to confirm that I actually got into the admin side of things as well. I circumvented that a bit, but as you can see now, it's setting up Slack. So here it's asking for my Slack credentials. I'm not going to go through all the hoops here as well because once again, like if I wanted to do this, it's fully possible, and it also more or less takes you through the whole process. So go in here and then you'll get taken to the Slack API basically. Once in the Slack API, you can fill out the credentials. Here you might need a bit of IT support from your IT department if you're a large organization. What I want to show you here, it's totally doable to integrate it in ways that are quite easy and quite nimble as well. And I know I sped up parts here, but if you look at the actual build took less than 3 minutes of total build time. I know there's a lot of things missing here. You don't have a single sign-on. You don't have a way of structuring groups or individuals even here. But that is solvable problems. I just wanted to showcase you how fast you can build a working prototype with help of ChatGPT and Replit. The total cost of Replit is $25 a month. And then I can build more stuff than just one employee engagement tool. So there's endless possibilities of ideation here, I think. Like you can be very, very fast on creating MVPs, minimum viable products, and ship them fast, either into your organization or to your vendor saying, this is what I mean, this is what I want, this is the type of functionality that I want. I think this will challenge the vendor ecosystem in the HR tech space. I mean, the cost for software is going down. Make no mistake. When we can build stuff like this on our own, and once again, I know it's not fully functional. I know it's not 100%, but obviously you can see I spent less than 15 minutes building this. And that includes recording the video and also making a couple of reruns because I screwed up in the video basically. Think about what you could build with a bit of more dedicated resources and a bit more time on your hands as well. And the possibilities will be truly endless for us in HR. We can build stuff on our own right now. We can take an idea and we can bring it to life all of a sudden without having to go to someone who's proficient in whatever programming knowledge, at first at least. And then obviously, if you want to have that extra layer of security, extra confidence that this is set up in the right way, there's a room and place for software engineers in this. I 100% agree with that. But still, they can use these tools as well. And once again, costs will go down. But all in all, this was just to showcase that we have this ability now, that we can build our own software if we want to. Let me know in the comments if you have any thoughts about this or just crazy ideas that you want to build. I'm curious to see what we will make out of this. And let me know if you have any marvelous things that you want to build.